is ahead. He's got Crinkle in front. Alexi takes it strong to the cup.
Here in the inside, Stanley Bridges.
Oh, nice pirouette off the glass, off the crossover.
What a block from Jared Ginebra and goal!
Oh, big block.
To work with.
It's the basket. Nick boom.
Sa kabagot!
Forward ahead to RR. Bang! Bang! And two teams that are
At guard from Sinaluan, Laguna, number 14, Jan Chamon. From Oton, Iloilo, at forward, number 71, Ronald Tubid. At forward from Lemery, Batangas, number 13, Eric Camson. And from Angeles City, at center, number 18, Russell Escoto. Head coach for the Kia Picanto is Ricky Dandan. And now the starters for the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. At forward from Sasmuan, Pampanga, number 25, Japet Aguilar. From Pangasinan, and forward number 14, Kevin Ferrer. At center from Cebu, number 20, Greg Slaughter. From Digos, Davao del Sur, at guard number 6, Scotty Thompson. And at guard from Nasubu, Batangas, number 5, L.A. Tenorio. Head coach for Barangay Ginebra is Tim Code. The referees for the ball game are Jimmy Mariano, Mike Claudelisa, Jerry Narandan, and Comer Obina. This is for the supervision and regulation, the Games and Amusements Board. It's a Kia Picanto versus the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. We are PBA!
and two teams that are struggling to stay in step with the rest of the tournament, get entangled in our second game here at the Mall of Asia Arena, San Sarmiento here with the Dean, Quinito Henson, fresh from a trip covering Jerwin and Das in the US. Let's go through the Dean's list, Quinito. And I think we should start, I think, with Ginebra.
Well, with Ginebra, unang-una, walang patawad sa depensa. Alam po natin ang Kia, it's last place sa defense in the league, giving up 108.4 points a game. So, kailangan yung pressure nila, no? In terms of playing a defense, nandoon to be able to force Kia into more and more mistakes. Pangalawa, idaan nila sa laki. They need to control the rebound. Pangatlo, katasin nila ang shot clock. Ginebra likes to play the typical slow-down game, stretch the shot clock, stretch the minutes, win it in the end. Yun po yung Dean's list natin for Ginebra.
In the meantime, here's the smart move of the half, brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before. And free throw, daanin sa laki. They start off with Slaughter scoring, plus the bonus situation.
Well, good to see Greg Slaughter back in the starting lineup. You remember, of course, his Slaughter had to sit out a couple of games, make that 3 games. Tapos last time out, came off the bench and scored 9 points. Now he's back in the starting cast.
And Sean McCarthy, we haven't done Kia yet. Well, hang on. Sean McCarthy has just started the ball game at 3 apiece. And if we're ready with the Kia, well, let's go through it again. This is Ginebra again, Quinito.
Yes, yun ang sinabi natin kanina, yung walang patawad sa depensa, idaan nila sa laki, especially in terms of controlling the rebounds. At pangatlo, katasin nila ang shot clock. They need to milk that shot clock because Ginebra likes to play a slow-down type of game.
Samantala, ang Kia Picanto, sisilipin natin.
Well, unang-una, kaya nila ang katawan nila, no? Because if Ginebra is going to use its size, I think Kia must use its bodies, no? To be able to take away the strength of Barangay Ginebra sa loob. Pangalawa, if lawit nila ang dila ni LA, they need to run him to the ground if they can do that. At pangatlo, dahan-dahan sa fouls because ang Kia happens to be #1 in most free throws awarded to opponents at 25 each. And you don't want to do that against Barangay Ginebra. You don't want to put Ginebra to the line often enough because they are an aggressive team.
Okay, we'll check on that as we go along.
Well, yung ating starting lineups, Seth, makikita po natin, no? Yung Kia, dalawang bago nila starters, si Escoto making his first start and second appearance here in this conference. Ganoon din si Hamon is playing in his first starting role.
That's John come on. And this first quarter, of course, is brought to you by Cobra. Simula na ang tunay na lakas. In the meantime, Tubid is free.
Ako nakita natin yung pressure na ginawa ni McCarthy against LA Tenorio, forcing him to a bad pass. And that's the kind of thing that you want. If you want to play Tenorio, you need to pressure him. You make him give up the ball, make him make poor decisions, and make him make bad passes.
You know, I thought Kia played extremely well against TNT Catropa. The final score of that was 90-85. They stayed close to TNT throughout that game. Earlier today, we had Phoenix winning against TNT Catropa by the slimmest of margins, and at the buzzer with a game winner from Doug Kramer.
Well, Seb, yung sinabi mo, no, yung Kia losing to TNT only by 5 points in its last game. It was a close game, but if you look at the stats, they were badly out-rebounded by 15 by TNT, and points in the paint, they were outshot by 16. So very clearly, handing up the Kia ang kanilang sides. They gave up too many rebounds, they gave up too many shots or points inside the painted area.
But when you have to play against Ginebra, that is the main problem you have to deal with now that Greg Slaughter is back in harness. Here's Thompson trying to weave inside. The feed to Japet Aguilar.
Diyan nakikita natin yung kagalingan ni Japet Aguilar. When Greg Slaughter was sitting out 3 games this conference, si Japet was forced to play the number 5 position. That's not his natural position. Now that he's playing beside Greg Slaughter, ang kita natin yung atake niya galing sa labas, putting the ball on the floor, and he's finding himself open for easy shots.
In the meantime, Ronald Tubid finds a way to score against the Giants. Ginebra is still up, though, at 7-5. 8:49 to go here in our first quarter.
Well, you notice na si LA Tenorio hindi nagbababa ng bola. I think the idea here of Coach Tito is to preserve him.
Playing a ton of minutes as we watch this baseline drive by Ferrer. So this is a young starting 5 for Ginebra, except for Tenorio, of course. Tenorio seems like he's been there forever, as the shot by Escota does not work. Rebound claim by Scotty Thompson.
You know, you're talking about the age of Barangay Ginebra. They've got 7 players who are at least 30 years old, as compared to 4 for Kia. At kausap natin kanina, team manager Jolly Pa ng Kia, at sabi niya, they've got a young team, they're making mistakes, but they feel that they are improving game after game.
Greg Slaughter getting some excellent passes into the interior.
You know, that's the coaching genius ni Coach Tim Cone, realizing kung anong weakness ng Kia, and they're going to Greg Slaughter. Inside, he already has 5 points in the game, shooting for 6.
Parang tumaba si Greg, ano?
Ng konti, oo. Pero
kasi-
sino naman ang katapat niya, no? Against Kia? Si Camson, si Russell Escoto, neither of them are natural centers, while Greg Slaughter is a pure 5 player.
In the meantime, as Ginebra jumps out to a 7-point lead, we have this timeout requested. We're just determining if it's a full or 30-second timeout. It looks like a 30. It looks like a full timeout, actually. But, well, yes, it is. Let's use it to set things in order.
On offense, ang bagal. We're too slow. And where's the drag screen? We only drag screen.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back inside the Mall of Asia Arena tonight. Kinito, welcome back from the journey to the Ankara has fight. Quite a coverage, but this game important for both these teams.
I think so. Both of them need to win badly. Barangay Ginebra has lost 4 of its last 5 games. At ang Kia coming off 2 back-to-back losses. Record po ng Kia, 1-6. They have won only once this conference so far.
Okay, let's bring along Denise Tan, who is part of this team. Denise?
7, Kinito, for Ginebra's coaching staff, they believe in it each and every game that they lost. The biggest mistake that they showed was showing complacency, admitting that they tend to perform poorly when they're up against a team that's beneath them in the standings, still on that championship high, and unfortunately, still not feeling that sense of urgency. So the game plan today is fairly simple, and that is to remember 3 words: focus, respect, and execute. Guys?
Thank you, Denise Tan. Commissioner Willie Marshall passed in front of us, and again, we got his usual joke about us. parang hindi siya kasama doon sa era na yun.
Oh, look at that follow-up shot by Eric Camson. Good job in getting a second chance opportunity in spite of the presence of Japet Aguilar and Greg Slaughter. That's the only way that Camson can get offensive rebounds, is to use his ability to move.
Here's Slaughter. Boy, that hook shot is on its way, but he does not make it. Rebound. Taken away. Seized by Picanto, rather. They don't want to waste this possession. Turnaround shot. Yes.
That's Hamon hitting the shot, and it's, you know, nice to see him getting in the groove, playing confidently. His conference high 6 points. Did not play last time out, and now he's starting for Kia.
Slaughter receiving it on the inside. Look at Japet move around. Talagang hindi komportable si Japet when he's back to the basket. Greg Slaughter's turnaround shot does not connect.
I thought good job there by Kia playing defense on Greg Slaughter. Wala siyang papasahan doon. He was in a corner. He was trapped, forced to take a bad shot.
And this guy played so well. Sean McCarthy knocks it down and cuts it down to 1 point, forcing Tim Cone to press the timeout buzzer here. And it's a full timeout. We will return very swiftly. Back with us here at the Mall of Asia Arena. And in the last game Ginebra had against NLEX, boy, the target was so difficult for them to find, and they made so many misses and had turnovers left and right against NLEX.
Well, the key was turnovers, as you can see. Against NLEX, nag-24 sila. 20.1 turnovers a game for Barangay Ginebra, and that is #1 sa liga natin. Even in field goal percentage, you saw the major drop. And really struggling in spite of those bad statistics. Barangay Ginebra lost to NLEX by only 3 points in a game where only 2 Ginebra players scored in double figures. Si Japet Aguilar at 21 points and LA Tenor at 12. No other player scoring in double figures. And that was quite a drought. 78 points lamang ang na-score ng Ginebra in that game.
And the game was decided by free throws in the end.
That's right. In terms of free throws, in that game, Barangay Ginebra shot 57%, while NLEX 68.2%. So that is the department that Barangay Ginebra needs to work on, because it came down to free throws. That game was decided by free throws.
Tenorio drilling in the three-point shot, increasing the lead ng Ginebra by 4, 6 and 10 remaining. Here's Escoto. Over to Amon. Looks inside. Thompson likes to shoot. And Scotty Thompson with another rebound.
And notice that Barangay Ginebra, they're not switching off the pick and roll. Huh?
Nice
Scotty
pass
Thompson staying with his
downstairs.
man.
Ako, Diyos ko, ang lalaking tao.
You know, sinasabi natin, yung dominance ng Barangay Ginebra. Kanina na, pag natin sa ating team sheet, idaan nila sa laki.
Yun
That
nga
is a
mismo.
perfect example.
Sakto.
Naka 8 points na si Slaughter, and we're just in the first period. Remember, he had 9 points last time out, so he's just 1 point shy of equaling that output in the last game.
McCarthy with a step back against Slaughter.
And what about the closeout of Greg Slaughter? Ang sipag niya, no? He did come off that 3-game layoff, and then he played sparingly last time out.
Thompson forced to pass off. Here comes the fast break. 1 against 3. Oh, boy, he got it.
That's Jan Hamon scoring in that drive.
In just a short while, and we have a dead ball situation. I'll give you our first money ball question of the day. 17-13 for this particular game, that is. Thompson circling around the pick of Slaughter. Oh, there's a foul of the shot of Aguilar. And before I give you the question, there's something else I want to tell you about. It's a fast break brought to you by United Auctioneers Incorporated, the biggest auction company in the Philippines. It's ISO certified. Sa bidding, ikaw ang bida. Hinaharas niyo ko, ha? Sunod-sunod dito. Dribblers, ilabas na ang inyong mga smartphone dahil ito na ang Phoenix Accelerate Moneyball question. Anong team ang kaisa-isang tinalo ng Kia so far ngayong conference? Sino ang tinalo ng Kia? Their only win so far. Blackwater, Meralco, o Rain or Shine. Pwede naman tayo maharas. Okay lang yan.
Kanina nababanggit natin si Jan Hamon in his first starting role for Kia in the PBA. You know, this player had to go through the Thailand team, the ABL, before finding his way to the PBA, signing with Kia. And what a journey he has had
Meron mga
going from
ganun
the
talaga.
ABL bago siya nakarating dito sa PBA.
Ganun din naman si Jason Castro. Dumandi sa Singapore Slingers, di ba? Jason Castro. Oh. Free throw, hatid sa inyo na Smart. Leader like never before.
Alam mo si Jason was also being eyed by a team in Australia
Di ba sa
for
China
a while.
rin? Di ba
Sa
China?
Singapore Slingers, hindi yata siya nakalaro. I think he might have played.
Hindi natuloy. Baka nga ganun. Gusto siyang kunin.
Yes.
Maybe yan ang istorya na. Nahuli sa taas ni Reyes, pero tinawag na foul.
Well, si J.R. Reyes also coming off a 3-game sit-out because of an injury and badly needed dito sa laro against Greg Slaughter.
Upcoming free throw brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before. 18-15 tally. Slaughter pockets it. Makes it a 4-point lead. We have Jeremy Cruz seeing action for the first time. Sol Mercado is also here. Ferrer as well as Japin sit down.
Kita natin ang rotation ni Coach Tim Cohn, no? Because he realizes that he needs to stretch the minutes of his players. So he uses a very short rotation.
Nakausap ko kanina si Jody Vance. Ano ba ang balita doon?
Baka makalaro na daw siya on Sunday. And that's going to be a big blessing for Barangay Ginebra. Because
kailangan siya.
looking at yung paggamit ng tao ni Coach Tim Cohn, 4 players are averaging 32 minutes a game. So top-heavy sila, no? While sa Kia, there's only 1 player who's averaging at least 30 minutes. And that's McCarthy, who's averaging 33.4 minutes.
Ang lapit ni Commissioner Willie Marshall said, gusto ba maging statistician uli niyan? And which was his first job here at the PBA, and he's just gone down through the ranks. And we are so proud of his achievement. Denise, join us, please.
Sev, considered to be the missing link, Joe Devance is still sitting this one out, and actually he's still not sure if he's about to play on Sunday. He has been practicing for 2 straight days now, but he is still at 75%, and he admitted that it gets quite frustrating, that he can't do anything about the game, he can't do anything about the losses, and all he can do is just watch from the sideline. So he makes it a point that he talks to his teammates from time to time and really tell them if there's something that they need to improve on. But at the end of the day, he said that he wants them to experience it because that is what will teach them, and he wants the losses, or experience the losses because that is what will drive them. Sav?
Thank you very much, Denise Tan, patrolling our sidelines tonight, and an excellent report about Jody Vance. It's never easy for the players, especially been so active. In the meantime, Lastimosa already on the floor for Kia Picanto. Here's Reyes, top the keel, wants to make a move on Slaughter. Too strong on the layup. Rebound, 2 teammates grapple with the ball.
And Jackson Corpus getting that offensive rebound. That guy's a tireless worker. Again, one of the unsung heroes of PBA. He was not drafted. Same thing with Marquis in the lineup of Kia.
Sa kinikwento mo kanina, sa kabila, si Raymond Aguilar.
Si Raymond Aguilar, si Royter Cabrera also, an undrafted player from Kia.
Reyes.
And that's the only way that J.R. Reyes can score against Greg Slaughter. Attacking from the outside, putting the ball on the floor, using his lateral quickness to be able to get by Slaughter.
Jeremy Cruz issues it to Thompson, double team on Scotty. Here's Sol Mercado, they're looking inside. Jeremy is free, but can't make it.
I think this is a renewed Kia defense that we're watching. They're scrambling, they're making it difficult for Barangay Ginebra to get easy shot opportunities.
Lastimosa over now to Reyes. Reyes wants to go underneath. The shot does not work. Rebound in the hands of Ginebra.
He's really attacking Greg Slaughter, J.R. Reyes.
In the meantime, close range.
Thompson using his great ability to get the ball in midair and putting the ball inside.
Sarah trying to set up the table.
Again, you see the way Barangay Ginebra is playing defense. They're going over, under the picks. They are not switching, and they're keeping strong to their man.
In the meantime, Jackson Corp was knocking in the jumper from the top of the key. They're staying close. They're within 4. Offensive foul. And it's a bad pick by Jervy Cruz. The answer to our first Moneyball question sa ating Phoenix Accelerate Moneyball ay number 3, rain or shine ang tinalo ng Kia.
And first time on the floor in the PBA for Barangay Ginebra, Prince Caperal, who was actually cut by Kia, picked up by Barangay Ginebra.
And I saw him last night on Sports Center, and he said, well, here I go against my former teammates. As a pro, I have to just give my very best.
Now what about that double team defense of Barangay Ginebra? And a good pickpocket job coming from L.A. Tenorio against J.R. Reyes.
Tenorio looking for the cutter. Jervy pops from 17. Rebound, battle for Lastimosa, prevents it from going out. Marlo looking ahead. We're down to less than a minute in the opening period. Game number 2 tonight. Oh, yes, sir. Second basket. Hindi bibiro-biro itong Kia, no? Seryoso. They want more wins.
I can see that there's energy
Yes.
in the way they're playing defense.
That's a
They're scrambling.
better observation.
Ang ginagawa nila, dumedepensa nila sila sa perimeters para hindi na mabigyan ng bola yung malaki ng Ginebra.
That short step by Caperal does not work. Follow-up, yes. And Ricky Dandan telling his point guard, let's do one last play. We're moving into the last 18 seconds.
You know, I'm not sure if Coach Tim Cone is happy with the way things are going. This is a very high-scoring game. Both these teams have already scored over 20 points in this quarter.
Shot clock down to 1. Oh!
At a three-pointer coming from Lastimosa.
And another reason for Tim Cone not to be happy.
Ito, may oras pa.
Sol Mercado almost on the scoop layup, but no success. And as the quarter ended, Ginebra hanging on to a solo point lead, 25-24. You're looking at the power move of the quarter, brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink tonight. Nalakas. We will bring you back to inside the Mall of Asia Arena for the second quarter. Okay, back with us here, Japet Aguilar. He had to fill in the big shoes of Greg Slaughter when Greg Slaughter was nursing an injury, and he stood strong against NLEX despite that losing effort. Kinito, what do you have on the illustrator?
Meron tayong nakita, no, yung laro ni Japet Aguilar. You watch him now crossing the midcourt line, and you'll see Barangay Ginebra set up Greg Slaughter, and then the ball going over to Japet Aguilar. You stop it right there. Japet with a pick. Japet with a pick, and then Scotty Thompson going around the pick. Mabibigyan ulit ang bola si Japet Aguilar because the focus of concentration ng depensa ng Kia is on Greg Slaughter. Kanya mabibigyan ng pagkakataon na si Japet Aguilar na tumira. Watch it right there. Okay. Nandun yung open lane because na-distract yung Kia. Focus ng Kia nandun kay Greg Slaughter, and he was over at one side of the block.
Very clear in that last play. In the meantime, the second quarter brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. May laban ka. So, kinito yung gamit ng laki, ginamit ng Ginebra noong first quarter. Hindi naman napagod si LA masyado. Bumala sa tama yung punto mo, no? Si Scotty Thompson ang pinadala ni Tim Cone ng bola more than LA actually.
That's right. And if you take a look at the minutes being played by the Ginebra players, only 10 players are averaging at least 10 minutes a game. While sa Kia, including those na na-sideline, they've got 17 players who are averaging at least 10. So, ang lalim ng rotation ng Kia. You see, getting away with a 2-point underneath. Ako, hindi nagustuhan yun ni Coach Team Code. That was an uncontested layup given up to the smallest man ng Kia on the floor.
And Reyes embracing that rebound.
Now, dangerous situation ito because Coach Tim Cone has both Greg Slaughter and Japet Aguilar sitting down. Ordinarily, you will want to leave at least one of those guys on the floor.
Traveling ang tawag ng ating referee. 27-26. Denise has this report.
Sev with a 1-4 record and a danger of losing a chance to be in the playoffs 4 conferences in a row. Coach Ricky Dandan says he doesn't feel any pressure stepping into this team. He said there is no way that he could ever control what happened in the past. He can only control how he can help his team get out of this slump. But to do that, they have to first figure out how they can be able to translate a top of the standings kind of practice on an actual game. Kasi naman daw, pag nasa ensayo, lahat shooter, lahat defense specialist. But when it really matters, it's unfortunately the total opposite, guys.
Well, Denise, looking at the record of Kia, they are giving up an average losing margin of 23.3 points a game. So that's in the 6 losses ng Kia so far. Their only win, 98-94 over Rain and Shine. So your report was on point.
In the meantime, Mercado blocking the shot of last two. Oh! Will it work? No! Tip in, yes!
Scotty Thompson, we chalk up another offensive rebound para kay Scotty. So maski na wala yung dalawang malaki ng Barangay Ginebra, still very competitive with Barangay Ginebra underneath the boards.
Here's Reyes, drops the edge. It's on the floor. Bagsakin yung dalawang malaki ng Kia. Samantala, silipin itong high sa tibay rebound. Hatid sa inyo ng Eagle Cement high sa tibay.
Jackson Corpus ang natawagan ng personal foul in that situation.
Ganyan kaya tayo ng booking ito. Kilala pa kaya tayo ng mga asawa na. Baka hindi tayo papasukin ng buwan. Bagay na kasi. Bagay sa aggressiveness niya. Oh, fall away from the ball. Si Sarah yata.
Palagay ko, nagpo-frustrate na dito si Sarah because, you know, he's taking on Scotty Thompson. Thompson is so athletic, so difficult to guard. Now Sarah going over to Mark Agiwa in that switch of the defense. Galansa ngayon ang tumatao kay Scotty Thompson.
Ang hirap kasi bantayan ni Scotty, no? Likot eh.
Also because he plays multiple positions.
Oo.
Ngayon, gumagawa rin siya. Kung minsan, from a forward siya. He looks at where he can get an advantage in the matchup.
Tapos susundot ka, ang galing mag-protect ng bola, Corpus with his second foul.
Taas pa ng basketball IQ.
Correct.
Kasi binabasa niya yung depensa. Tinitingnan niya kung saan siya pwede pumwesto so that he's able to get that mismatch.
31-26, Ginebra slightly ahead.
Jergy Cruz has found a rebirth in a Ginebra uniform. He's averaging 9.3 points a game. Talking about rebirth, here's Mark Agiwa, the oldest player on the Ginebra lineup, 38 years old.
Parang hindi 38 eh, no? And still has that spring in his legs.
By the way, napapag-usapan natin si Jackson Corpus. He's trying to make a move. He will turn 29 years old bukas na bukas.
Birthday niya.
So advance happy birthday para kay Jackson Corpus.
Hoping to start it off with a win here. Reyes, that shot does not work. He has his own miss. Stepping on the line.
And he knew it. You see the ability of J.R. Reyes to put the ball on the floor and create an opening. He just couldn't finish the shot.
Yes, indeed. And we have the timeout buzzer. Loud and clear. Ginebra ahead 33-26. And earlier we were beginning to talk about the birthday boy tomorrow, Kinito.
Tama si Ashton Jackson is averaging 12.8 points, 8.5 rebounds in this conference. And last time out against TNT, 17 points for him. And that was coming off a 3-game layoff. So can you imagine? Despite the layoff, nakapunta siya ng 17 against TNT.
You know, I watched that game in its entirety. They really had a chance in that ball game.
I really think so.
They played so well that day. You know, these teams that are you know, sort of struggling, groping for form for a variety of reasons. Even Ginebra is groping for form and trying to get its groove, so to speak.
Well, I thought in that game they missed badly the services of JR Reyes because
Oh,
they were so dominated inside. As JR gives them some size, at least sa loob. And talking about Jackson Corbos, he's averaging 26.3 minutes a game.
That's a lot.
So nabibigyan siya ng malaking exposure ni Coach Ricky Dandan.
Ang acting second Moneyball question sa ating Phoenix Accelerate Moneyball. Ano ang pangalan ng barbershop na itinayo ni Scotty Thompson ng Barangay Ginebra sa Tigo City? Pound for pound barbershop. Thompson Sports Hair Shop. Scotty's Salon.
So, kanina nakita natin ang turnover against Barangay Ginebra. Hindi pa masyado kabisado ni Prince Caparal yung galaw ng Ginebra sa triangle offense, so he gave a bad pass. Here's J.R. Reyes from medium range.
You know, if he plays a great game, they will have a chance in
I
this
think
ball
so,
game.
yeah. Kanina, ganda ng kanyang slash to the basket. Di lang niya na-finish yung kanyang shot.
Just couldn't get any playing time really in that San Miguel lineup that was so loaded with lots of big people. There's a double foul on two people, McCarthy and Mercado get entangled.
You know, McCarthy, what a break para sa kanya.
Yeah,
no?
that's
you know, people were talking about that controversial trade involving McCarthy, Christensen Hardinger, Ronald Tubid,
and J.R.
and J.R. Reyes, of course. And I think McCarthy would not have gotten this kind of exposure if he stayed with San Miguel. Now he's averaging 16.4 points a game, 6.4 rebounds, 4.6 assists. And that's because of the extended playing time he's being given at Kia.
Japet cleaning up the missed shot of Scotty Thompson that titillated the audience with a scintillating drive to the basket. Look at McCarthy, he was so right.
That's right, we were just talking about McCarthy. That's a three-point shot. He's hitting 44.7% from beyond the arc. Ito sinasabi natin kanina, walang patawad. Dapat ang Barangay Ginebra sa depensa. Talaga walang patawad. Binalik ka agad ni Coach Tim Cone. Hindi lang si Greg Slaughter. Si Japet Aguilar pa.
Sabay na yung Twin Towers. Here's Kagiwa, ball away. No, rebound controlled by McCarthy. McCarthy driving against four. To whom does he pass the ball? Almost lost it. Galanza tracked it down. Shot clock down to 13. McCarthy can't go up. Reyes does. Ball is loose in the hands of Lastimosa. The runner, no. Another rebound. Galanza, no. And this time, Ginebra San Miguel finally clearing.
A lot of opportunities for Kia.
Tatlo. Sol. A trio of subs checking in for Kia Picanto. I see Tubid, Kamson checking in, and the other player who started today is Escoto.
Napansin natin dito si Greg Slaughter. He's huffing and puffing. I don't think he's really in 100% shape. But Coach Tim Cone wants him to be in shape, and the only way is to give him the playing time. Because they've got a big game on Sunday.
Sino nga ang kalaban? San Miguel, no? San Miguel ba?
TNT yata.
TNT, oo.
I want to check our schedules.
Sige. Thompson, no. TNT, tama ka. You got it right the first time. Kaya ka nga din eh.
Hindi kasi na-cover ko yung Ginebra versus San Miguel game. Natandaan ko, that
Tapos na nga pala.
was a great game.
1 point
Played
lang.
in at the Inares
Yeah,
Stadium.
1 point lang nga pala yun. Tapos na yan. So, sa Sunday, February 11, 6:45, Araneta Coliseum na, TNT versus Ginebra.
That game of Ginebra versus San Miguel was actually a 4-point
4 point.
margin in favor of Ginebra. Oh, what a nice move. Hindi lang na-finish ni Greg Slaughter. Ang ganda ng pihit.
As Tubid
It was wide open.
As Tubid brings it down, Tubid attracts a double team. Tubid fires, no. And tough angle to work with. Scotty Thompson playing a lot of minutes in this game, huh? Nice drop. Japet Aguilar, the recipient of a fine feed. Escoto ends up with his third foul. Japet Aguilar holding on to his finger may have hurt him with the ball. Minsan pag natinidor ka talaga. Denise, what do you have?
Well, for Japet Aguilar, even with a solid performance against NLEX, it's still not enough because up until they get that W, the bad habits do not stop. And for him, speaking of bad habits, kailangan medyo kontrahin niya kagad yon. Kaya daw, before ng game talaga, he makes it a point to watch a lot of good movies, like feel-good ones, rom-com movies, and he plays his drums regularly. Sam?
Kanya-kanyang style and how to get ready for a game. And players want to improve, of course. No question about that. Thank you, Denise. Escott on fire. Long one. High off the iron. Down on the ground it goes. Camson cannot get to it.
Mark Aguilar's gotten a lot of loose balls. Being in the right place, right time.
Ginebra leads by 6 with less than 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Seb, napansin mo kanina, no, but Scotty Thompson getting a lot of playing time. And yes, kanina, pinalitan niya si L.A. Tenorio. And then when Tenorio came back, he still stayed on the floor. And it was Sol Mercado who sat on the bench and not Scotty Thompson. So Coach Tim Cone rotating his players, keeping Thompson in the play, realizing that Kia is going to use its deep bench to run up and down. Kanya pinapacing din ni Coach Tim Cone ang kanyang mga troops.
Free throw brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before. Scotty Thompson with 10 minutes and 24 seconds in the opening period. 38-31 count. Tenorio pockets the two charities along Commissioner's Row. We have Attorney John Rubiato, Administrator of the Philippine Reclamation Authority, Attorney John Largo, President of the IVP Davao, and Mr. Dong Centenino, mga guests ni Commissioner Willie Marshall. Nice pass.
And that's Barangay Ginebra's very rare fast break opportunity. But I think, you know, as we're getting closer and closer to the middle part of our eliminations, actually over the middle part, you will see Barangay Ginebra try to run the floor a little bit more in preparation for the playoffs.
They have to,
because they want to vary their offense.
Yeah.
Hindi lang pwedeng slow down game nila.
And so many of the teams have beefed up in terms of young players.
Yeah.
So they need some fresh approaches, both for the defense and offense, as Pereira returns to the ball game, pulling out Kagiwa.
Doon ko naman gaganahan kay Coach Tim Cone because he always looks ahead, always looking to improvise. Although he's been very successful with his system, he's not resting on his laurels. That time, naagawan si Greg Slaughter with a nice double team by Kia.
From the blind side now.
That's right. And that's also because he's keeping the ball to himself too long. I think Greg Slaughter, once he recognizes the main double team, dapat mabilis at ikot ng bola.
Yeah, give it up quickly.
Yeah, remember that Barangay Ginebra is #1 sa Liga natin in assists. They're averaging 24.3 assists a game. So this team does not thrive on stagnancy.
LA had a tough angle to work with, and Slaughter helping out, delivering the follow-up. They now lead by 12 with 3:29 to go. We will review what is now going to be our power move of the quarter, brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. 2-9 na lakas. And we've got a 30-second timeout on our floor.
Making offensive rebound in Greg Slaughter. He now has 12 points. A lot of those points coming from the inside. And that is where Kia lost to TNT, yung points in the paint. They were -16 in that contest.
Bit of rust anytime you come back from an injury, but you know, the Ginebra is used to bringing along Greg Slaughter slowly.
Coming off the bench last time out, 9 points, but 12 rebounds and 6 assists. And for Greg Slaughter, ito pong ginawa niya. Not bad actually yung passing ability niya, no, with 6 assists. But I think in this game, they want to go to him a lot more offensively. And ito pong ginagawa niya so far, nakaka-12 points na siya.
Mukhang nakatakin siya rito.
Oo, and 4 out of 4 from the free throw line.
Para mabatak nga naman to be game ready. Thompson likes that spot. Can't nail it though, and a big rebound. Oh, short lang. Ganda ng rebound eh.
Russell Escoto is struggling here offensively, hindi pa nakaka-score. He's taken at least 5 attempts from the floor.
Malapil Russell yung rebound niya, no? Pero yung tira, hindi ata. Samantala, there's a bump. Tubit will get a call.
What a shot!
Yep.
Ronald Tubit, that was a flop.
Oh,
Very
naman.
clearly.
Oh, naman.
But yung pectus na ginawa ni Scotty Thompson to get that ball to fall inside, pambihira yun. Mahirap
Now.
gawin yun.
He has been limited to one shot per journey. Here comes Japet inside. Fakes the pass. Thompson posting up. Too tight. Here's for them. Shot clock down to 10. 2 minutes and 30 remaining. They're trying to look for an outside attempt, but now they go downstairs. The ball will stay there.
Ang ganda ng pasadang Barangay Ginebra, although they didn't execute that time. But you got to like the way that ball is moving around. It makes for very exciting basketball.
Teniente Tenorio has been in the league for quite some time and had great moments, great victories, but also he is like anybody else. He has some moments where he blows hot and then blows cold.
But for LA Tenorio, last time out, only 12 points. 0 out of 6 from 2-point distance. Can you believe it? And it was 4 out of 7 from 3 points. But, you know, in that losing streak of Barangay Ginebra, there was a stretch when he averaged only 7.5 points. But at the time when Barangay Ginebra needed to win against San Miguel Beer, he exploded with 23.
Let's bring along Denise. Denise.
Seb, for LA Tenorio, being a leader and having discipline not just comes from sleeping early or not being late to practice. It also is being able to know when to take the shots or not. In their last game, he said that he had a tendency to force his way inside the paint just because he wanted to take charge. Gusto niya daw pumuntos ng pumuntos para daw talagang manalo ang kanyang kupunan. Pero this game, na-realize niya that that's not the case in each and every game. Kailangan alam mo kung kailan ka titira at kung kailan ka papasa. Seb?
Thank you very much, Denise Tan, 48-34. Exchange of long baskets by both sides. Here's Ferrer, who hit one earlier. Tubit is on him. Greg Slaughter shopping around. Japet, excellent ball movement by Barangay Ginebra. Ball is loose, won by McCarthy. McCarthy tries to rush before the trees get planted inside, but no, they're there. Aguilar trying to seal inside. Tenorio says, let me try this. No.
What a nice rebound coming from Jackson Corpus.
Para si Superman.
Oh,
1 and 10 remaining. Top of the key. No. Walang hesitation si Buntong Kia, no? Pag na-set up yung top of the keyhole. Ball screen doon. Ito yung rebound na sinasabi mo. May points ba yun for athletic
For showmanship.
Showmanship,
Oo.
diba? Meron. Greatest show on earth. Greatest showman on earth. Ang sagot sa ating second Phoenix Accelerate Moneyball question ay number 2, Thompson's Sports Air Shop. Here comes Tenorio, looking for friends to bring along to the picnic, but he decides to wait for them. Nice pass, good seal.
oh, nice. Easily getting around John Gabriel, the rookie. And Greg Slaughter will be back at the line. Ganda na pagkabasa ng Barangay Ginebra kung nasaan si Greg Slaughter. And he does a good job of sealing his man to make himself available for the entry pass.
And that free throw brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before.
Very offense-minded ang Barangay Ginebra
Yeah,
here.
they're attacking almost
That's
at every
right, and I
turn.
think it's because they also realize that Kia is last place in defense, 108.4 points a game. So yan ang weak spot ng Kia.
That's how much they give up.
And that's why they're attacking. Yes,
Yeah.
that's how much they give up. That's why atake na attacking Barangay Ginebra. Alam nila, yun ang weakness ng Kia, yung kanilang depensa.
Muntik maabot ni Ferrer yan. Tubit. Also getting a second break in his career. Getting some more playing time. She lost actually when he was at San Miguel. In the meantime,
Ito, nanigurado pa si Coach Tim Con. 16.1 seconds to go.
Tumawag
Calling
lamang.
a timeout.
Tumawag ng timeout. Might as well use it. Hindi naman niya dadalhin yan kahit saan. Nanalo po kanina ang Phoenix laban sa TNT Katropa. Kinito, everybody looking forward to this. So we have a tall order in that game a week and a half from now.
Well, you know, the three big scorers ng Australia, si Kickert, si KD, at saka si Mitch Creek, they're going to be available in that game. But Creek, I understand, has pulled a muscle in his hamstring and may not be available in that game.
Tayo ang visitor sa game na yan, ano?
Yeah, and it'll be held at the Margaret Court Arena. Ang coach ng Australia, si Andrej Lamanis, is a friend ni Coach Chot Reyes. They know each other well. They respect each other a lot. But Australia's a tall order. If you go by the results of the first window, Australia is heavily favored, especially home court nila.
Pareho tayong 2-0 with the Australia.
Yes.
No, Tall order. Let's cheer for the team. Be there. Thompson straight. And
What a massive assist coming from LA Tenorio. A three-point shot right there.
boy, before this half over, boy, 19-point lead. Watch this. Ganda ng pasa, tama ka. Ganda ng setup job. And boy, Kia Picanto, it's work cut out for them. They have a mountain to climb in the second half. That's our score, 53-34. This was nip and tuck, seesaw battle, but before that long, Ginebra San Miguel hit its stride and pulled away in the second quarter.
Biggest lead was 19 points. That's at the half. At nakita natin dito yung field goal percentage, no? Yung depensa ng Barangay Ginebra. Sobra, 33% shooting lamang ang Kia while they're hitting 48%. Sa free throws, ni isang free throw.
Wala, no?
Hindi nagbigay ang Barangay Ginebra while ang Kia nagbigay na ng 13 free throws to Barangay Ginebra. Sa assist, ang laki ng agwat. Sa points in the paint, again, because of the size advantage ng Ginebra, they're getting their way in scoring inside.
Palagay ko yung isang point mo sa team's list. Malinaw na malinaw dyan. Pero we're getting ahead of the story. Ito yung leading scorers natin.
That's right. Already 3 players in double figures for Barangay Ginebra were just at the half. Remember, last time out, nung natalo ng NLEX ang Ginebra, they only had 2 players in double figures. And for Kia, not a single player in twin digits at the moment.
Go ahead, straight ahead.
Well, for Barangay Ginebra, 3 check marks. Walang patawad sa depensa. We saw that 33.3% shooting from the field by Kia. Idaan sa laki. They've had 30 points in the paint against 14 for Kia. And Katasin and shot clock, that's also a check mark because you see the fast break points. Ang Barangay Ginebra even had more fast break points than Kia, 4-2. So you can see that the minutes are being stretched by Barangay Ginebra. At sa Kia Picanto naman, 2 X marks. Yung X mark nila, yung itaya ang katawan, they're not doing that. They're not putting a body not only on Greg Slaughter but also on Japet Aguilar. At pangalawang X mark, yung dahan-dahan sa fouls. Well, naka 13 free throw attempts na ang Barangay Ginebra. Check mark, however, is yung palawit nila ang dila ng LA. I think that's happening because they're really pressuring LA. They're double teaming him. They're making sure that he doesn't touch the ball. So that's a check mark for Kia so far.
I've just been handed this information that Scotty Thompson is 4 assists away from basketball triple-double tonight. And this third quarter, is brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. May laban ka. The Dean Kinito Henson is with yours truly, Sam Sarmenta and Denise Tan for our second game tonight. Again, earlier today, we had a big win by Phoenix against TNT Katropa. It was at the buzzer. In the meantime, Tenorio knocking down that shot.
Nakita natin yung pag-ikot ng bola, Seth, no?
Yep.
And you see Kia also trying to trap the man outside, but they just couldn't keep pace with a quick movement ng Barangay Ginebra. Remember, this is the team that's #1 in the league in assists. Nahanap pa nila si LA Tenorio, libre-libre doon.
Scotty with the bounce pass over to Aguilar, who cannot elevate, lost the ball downstairs.
Would have been a nice pass because Thompson is just 4 assists, shy of a triple-double in this game. He already has 10 points and 10 rebounds.
In the meantime, we're clarifying what kind of timeout they have requested for. It is a 30-second timeout requested by Coach Ricky Dandan. Okay, here's an update on the team standings, Kinito.
Well, for Barangay Ginebra, 3 out of 4. And we did mention at the top of our coverage, they have lost 4 of their last 5 games. At ang Kia, down in the bottom at the cellar with 1-6.
May chance pa ba yung Kia?
Well, meron pa, no? But they just
Meron
have to
pa,
win
no?
all their games
They're
from
remaining
now on.
7 games. We have 11 per team, so they will be left with 4 more. We'll check the schedule of Kia down the road.
And bottom 4 will be left out of the playoffs.
That's true.
You also don't want to finish 7 and 8 because you will have a twice to beat disadvantage.
Yes. Kia down the road will face Blackwater, Global Port, as well as San Miguel Beer on the 16th, 21st, and 23rd, respectively. All of those games will be at the Araneta Coliseum. In the meantime, Corpus collects another foul, his third. And the press is now being applied by Kia Picante, hoping to force some turnovers here. Mark Yee makes his first appearance in this game, pulling out Corpus.
Marquis and Ronald Tubid are the 2 senior citizens ng
Sino mas
rather
senior?
senior statesmen
Mga
ng
Pitos
Kia.
of Manila.
They're both 36 years old.
36 pa.
Yes.
Sa kabila naman si Mark Aguiwa, sabi mo 38.
Yes, he's 38.
Layo! Hindi lang pumasok. Ganda ng direksyon. Rebound na control ni Mark Yee. Ito si McCarthy. 20 sarado ang lamang ng Ginebra. Ito si Reyes. Reyes trying to make a move against Slaughter. Reyes hook shot. No. Rebound collared by Aguilar.
Alanganin yung tira ni JRS because
Parang wala sa tempo, no?
nandun yung depensa ni Greg Slaughter. He makes you change your shot
Chapet
with a left hand.
floats it in. And makes it 58-36.
Makes it look so easy when the
And-
Twin Towers
Oh,
of
yes, sir.
Barangay Ginebra are close to the basket. If you're the defender, sino ba papatayan mo? Si Japet, si Greg Slaughter. Patayan mo si Japet, he's gonna find Greg Slaughter inside.
Ricky Dandan mad about his team, just watching the man with the ball. Finally, they get some dividends out of some movement there.
Glenn Cobontin, first 2 points.
They're now back to a 20-point deficit, back to 22.
Thompson continuing to run circles around the defense ng Kia. Si Cobontin, by the way, did not play in the first half.
Yes, he did not. And McCarthy, I think he and his team will keep 10 seconds on the shot clock as you check out this drive. Brought to you by United Auctioneers Incorporated, the biggest auction company in the Philippines. ISO certified submitting. Ikaw ang bida.
Well, just a footnote on Rashawn McCarthy. His mother is from La Union. Si Hortensia Estepa, his father is actually Jamaican. And he was born in New York City. That's Rashawn McCarthy.
Scotty to LA. Shot clock down to 10. Slaughter the recipient turnaround shot. Up, up and out. Rebound in the hands of Kia. McCarthy shopping around, stretches it. No.
Tried to scoop that layup underneath Greg Slaughter, but again, Greg Slaughter standing his ground.
Kevin Pierre is not exactly a small person if you think about it. Boy, he makes that turnaround shot. Again, P. Ferrer, big man with the scorer's view of the world.
That's right. But right now, it's shooting practice para sa Barangay Ginebra. They're scoring at will.
Yeah.
And not just one player. They've got 4 players who've already scored in this third period.
Reyes trying to grind down the defense. Ends up collecting the foul from Slaughter. Yes, it is. First foul from Slaughter. Wala pa rin free throws yata itong Kia, no? Wala pa rin. No first half, napansin mo yun na wala silang free throws. He fires, rimming out.
Another rebound here for Scotty Thompson. He now has 11 boards, 12 points, and 6 assists.
Into the corner, straight and through.
Sinasabi natin about shooting practice.
Asintahan eh.
Yeah, they're getting everybody involved in the offense. Dalawa na ang kanilang 3-point connections sa ating third period.
He and company weave the ball around Galanza. And one shot.
Shots are taken under duress. Here's J.R. Reyes.
Good
Nice
move.
move inside.
Down to 25. Clock now down to 7 and 11. Give and go. Making basketball so simple, no?
And again, showing why Barangay Ginebra is #1 in the league in assists. Right now, nawala na yung fighting spirit dito ng Kia. They're just playing individual ball, and McCarthy hitting
Parang yung aggressiveness nila kanina.
Nawala na.
Nawala. The wind has been taken out of their sails. Let's see if they can engineer and cut this down at least before the fourth quarter starts. It's currently a 24-point lead staring at them. Tenorio open. Backs it in.
There's just a shooting parade now for Barangay Ginebra.
Parang
Sinasabi natin kanina,
Parang kung pumunta sa gallery,
Oo.
wala na, nakatayo yung inaasinta.
parang target practice ngayon, ipapasok ni Coach Tim Cone si Raymond Aguilar and the unsung hero in that Barangay Ginebra win over San Miguel Beer at the Inares.
Here's the smart move of the half brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before. 70-43 current count, 6 and 11 remaining. I think this is the first time we see Kia on the free throw line. And that free throw brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before.
It's Aguilar for Aguilar and Sol Mercado checking in for LA Tenorio. Tenorio sitting on the bench now with 13 points.
Two for two. 25-point lead. Ang first half na sabi mo, concerned yung both teams about the high scores, 20 na plus yung pumalo na first quarter. Biglang explode ang Ginebra ng second quarter. At ito na nga.
Well, I think it's important to realize that yung Barangay Ginebra, you see Raymond Aguilar, kapapasok lang, naka-score na kaagad. With Barangay Ginebra, they designed their game plan depending kung sino ang kalaban nila. And so realizing that Kia is last place in defense, Coach Tim Cone is saying, okay, let's make this an offense-oriented game. And they were exploding in all cylinders.
One shot, and that's all they allow, and they're off and running. Sol Mercado issues it to the side. Almost have it for Ferrer. Slaughter blocked from behind by Reyes. Blocked. And the rebound, the loose ball rather, claimed by McCarthy, who could be guilty of traveling.
Good job of protecting the ball with his body.
It's
that's
an
an 8-second violation.
Sooner or later, something would have caught up with them. He was so scared of the traveling violation.
Well, nandun kasi yung harang.
Boom.
So he didn't have an open man to pass to.
Eto, naiipit pa sila rito. Ayun, naiipit ng tuluyan. Stood there and stayed there for over 8 seconds. Back to home. Ginebra San Miguel displaying a lot of teamwork in this game, typified by this play, Quinito.
Well, you see here what is going to happen is stop that play right there. Si Greg Slaughter in a position where he's one-on-one against J.R. Reyes, back to the basket, and he's going to be the anchor of this play. Andito naman yung magpapasa sa kanya, but he's not going to go attacking because the space is wide open for someone to cut. And you got LA Tenorio, who's very, very quick. He's going to go strong and find that open space, and he will get the pass back from Greg Slaughter, and he will score on the easy layup. Panuorin po natin kung ano nangyari. Here we go with Slaughter being the anchor, and then si LA Tenorio with a change of direction, yung misdirection niya, and then the easy layup, and a nice pass galing kay Greg Slaughter. Yun ang unselfish play.
Yep.
Nakita kasi ni Slaughter, wide open space. Nakita din ni LA Tenorio, kanya umatake.
Sabi sa'yo, yung susunod mong gagawin telestrator doon sa studio na Sports Center, yung laki-laki, oh. Kaya mo yun. Buong graphics doon sa'yo yun. Pero well done. Klaro-klaro. In the meantime, Yi fires. Ayaw. Tabingi. Buti naman nalipat na tayo sa bandang gitna.
Yes, maganda yung pwesto natin dito sa Moa Arena.
Dati layo nung nakikita. Buti naman. Maraming salamat sa PBA at saka sa Commissioner's Office. Tayo ay may magandang vantage point ulit. 72-45 po. Kia is embattled here. Anong kinito yung biggest losing margin nila? Tingnan mo just sa record mo. I don't have it right now. Merong natambakan sila eh.
That's right. By Magnolia, they lost by 47 points.
That was the
Alaska, they lost by 37 points. Meralco, they lost by 24 points. Phoenix, they lost by 23 points. Kanyang average losing margin nila, 23.3 points.
Free throw, hatid sa inyo na Smart. Be there like never before. Denise Tan has a report. Denise?
Ruby Rashawn dubbed the Kia's special gem had a solid performance against TNT, and according to him, it was greatly influenced and mostly because he was up against Jason Castro. He's always admired Jason and the fact that JC is the best point guard in Asia. For Rashawn, when you're up against the best, that's also when you discover your best. Sev?
Well, you want to play against the best to draw out whatever you've got. In the meantime, Kia hoping that they still have some of their best left as Aguilar gets something to go. Second basket coming off the bench.
That's sort of like a high-low play that time. At nabasa ni Greg Slaughter kung saan nandun yung kanyang papasahan ni si Raymond Aguilar, who's such a big guy na walang makakabantay sa kanya sa ilalim.
Oo, hirap na hirap ang mga kalaban ng NU dati dyan kay Aguilar. Tabi kayo sila lahat eh. Si Aguilar galing din dito sa Kia. Samantala, may foul.
Aguilar had played for TNT, also played for Blackwater.
Okay, that makes that clear. Si Escoto ang pinaratangan ng foul na yan. 4 na ang foul ni Escoto. Team foul, Ginebra 3, ang Kia 2. Top of the key with Thompson. Aguilar fakes the pass. Ferrer can't shoot. Here's a clean shot by Jerry
Cruz. That medium-range jumper falling for him. That is his specialty. But again, yung pasahan doon ng Barangay Ginebra, so unselfish in keeping that ball moving.
Ang hirap depensahan kasi hindi mo alam kung sino titira eh.
And everybody is a good scorer from medium range.
This shot is too strong. Thompson, uncontested, unmolested, all alone for that pickup. Sol Mercado attacking, spinning, ending up out of control.
It looks like a foul. A loose ball foul.
We call it against the...
Sinaga yata sa ulo eh.
In the meantime, we will pause for this timeout in 76-48 Ginebra. Back with us here, we're tossing T-shirts into the audience, and you get a chance to win that when you come watch the games live. In the meantime, talking of, the scoring suck of Ginebra San Miguel in this game.
We're coming in full force. Again, yung recognition ng Barangay Ginebra that Kia is the last place team in defense. They really prepared offensively for this one. Di ba na nakaka-double figures for Barangay Ginebra when last time out, nung natalo sila ng NLEX by 3 points, they only had 2 players in double figures. What a change. It's like night and day. At 78 points against NLEX nung natalo sila. Right now, they already have 76, and we still have 1 whole quarter to go.
You know, Tim Cone was interviewed in Sports Center Philippines. We saw that last night as Lastimosa fired. Thompson with another rebound. He said that they were going to smooth themselves out of respect for Kia. They consider this game important. They want to secure a win here. That shot does not work.
You know, the workhorse of this game is none other than Scotty Thompson.
Absolutely, with those
Binibigyan
rebounds.
siya ng ang daming minutes dito ni Coach Tim Cone.
Sarah's shot was offline as we hit the 2-minute man. A counter turnover. Tim Cone telling his team, slow down, don't waste the possessions. 76-48. Pasok na tayo sa last 2 minutes ng third. Here's Yi dragging along Jervy Cruz. He's in battle downstairs. Playing. May buti nakakuha ng foul si Escoto doon.
Scotto 0 out of 7 from the floor in the first half.
Ganun ba? So ito, may chance siya maka-free throw.
At chance siya maka-score his first point.
Free throw time brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before. And our Moneyball best player of the game sa ating Phoenix Accelerate Moneyball, I see Harold Amolar. Yun, naka-score din, Kinito.
That's 2 points for Russell Escoto. May tira yan, from outside. And certainly made quite an impression in the UAAP playing for FPU. And also one of the Gilas picks.
Oh, great stretch. Aguilar, nobody's marking him. They're forgetting all about him. He's going to town.
It's wide open now for Barangay Ginebra because they've been shooting the ball so well outside. So yung depensa ng Kia is drawn towards the perimeter. Kanya nakakawala yung mga malalaki ng Barangay Ginebra.
He has missed all his attempts so far on the floor.
Aguilar wants that ball. He feels he has a mismatch there against Marquis.
Thompson zips it over to Cruz. They send it back to Aguilar. Not this time. Thompson couldn't put a hand on the rebound.
That's a 28-point difference. And it looks like Jeff Manuel
We'll see action.
is going to be playing for the first time ever.
As a pro.
That's right, as a pro, and here in the PBA. And this man is a licensed engineer.
And UP Maroon.
That's right, and giving a shot here at the pros.
Had the chance to meet his parents in a restaurant, and they were so thrilled, Kinito.
I had a chance to speak with him actually before the draft.
And his father was so thrilled to have his son be part of the PBA, and finally he'll get to play. In the meantime, ball is knocked out. Boy, can you imagine what's going on in his mind right now?
Well, he's coming in. And remember, he played for Gilas in one of the tournaments. Jeff Manuel checking in for the University of the Philippines. I think he's the first licensed engineer to play in the PBA.
So he's going to be the engineer.
Oh, man. He's also a play-alike and a look-alike of Jeff Chan.
Sol Mercado, I always love his reactions after a meet against. Ito naman itong drive na ito hatid sa inyo ng United Auctioneers Incorporated, ang pinakamalaking auction company sa Pilipinas. ISO certified sa bidding, ikaw ang bida. Ganda na itong kamay ng Corpus. Kahit nagtatatalo ang Kia, it's been shooting well. Corpus nails both charities, 78-52. The lead is 26. Mercado being hounded, goes straight to the hole, unable to secure it. And that'll do it for this third quarter. And it is 78-52. Let's review the power move of the quarter, brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. Tunay na lakas. Kia needs a lot of energy in the fourth quarter.
Hello, kabulayan ko, taga Pangasinan, lalo-laro at Kalasyaw. Magbantay kayo kung muna galaw me on February 10, 5 p.m. Rain or Shine versus Magnolia Hotshot, ang pambansang manok. Dito na Kalasyaw Sports Complex. Mananayan taytan. God bless you kayo namin.
Ayun, alas 5 ng hapon.
At nag-imbita na si Mark Pingree sa kanyang mga kababayan, mga kalalawigan niya sa Pangasinan. And yes, it's gonna be a big game sa Kalasyaw.
Actually, lahat yung mga natitira nating out-of-town games, meron na schedule sa Batangas, Alaska, San Miguel naman. Quarter, fourth, brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. May laban na. So, tutuloy ka ba ng Kalasyaw? Matutuwa ka?
Yes,
Makikita
oo.
ka.
Ako, bibili ako ng puto doon.
Sige. Uwi mo, ha?
Kung hindi ko makain sa daan.
Oh, wow. 80-52. Mga areas of concern kung Kia. Kahirap na hirap ang Kia rito, Kinito, as we also have another player on the floor, si number 0. Para sa Ginebra, si Paulo
Si Paulo
Taha.
Taha.
Let's go to Denise first while we get this free throws going. Denise?
Sev, Jackson Corpus downplayed his 17-point game. He rating himself at just 7 out of 10 kasi daw hinihingal pa siya at nanggigigil masyado. And it's not that he's being too hard on himself, but he just wants to avoid contentment because once you are contented, that's when you stop. Kaya naman itong birthday boy natin bukas, wishes daw na dapat never stop learning and never stop improving. Sev?
Thanks, Denise. The new players conniving there. Kinito Manuel with the feed over to Ta.
Well, you remember, of course, it's Jet Manuel played for Chooks to Go in the FIBA Asian Champions Cup in China. His first game, he scored 10 points against Astana. And he started in 3 of the last 4 games for Coach Chot Reyes. He shot 13 points in his final outing. That's against Dubai.
In the meantime, we're into a 30-second timeout requested by Kia Picanto. Boy, they have a lot of things to work on itong Kia Picanto. Again, they've been, anong average losing margin?
23.3 points ang computation ko. And kausap ko nga si team manager Jolie Pa, and he says it is a young team. Here are the upcoming games here for Ginebra, and on Sunday it's going to be a big one sa Sparta Araneta Coliseum, TNT, and of course TNT coming from a loss kanina, natalo sila to Phoenix, so they want to be able to bounce back in a big way.
Hindi ho mali yun. Philippine Arena ho talaga yung schedule ng Ginebra against Meralco.
Oo.
Reunion ng third conference finalists. Meralco struggling din, ano? Samantala, that layup! Akala ko papasok.
And Hamon, who started this game for Kia, is going to go to the line.
Number 2,
Manuel with his first foul. And we're coming up with a free throw now brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before.
Remember in the first half, not a single free throw given up by Barangay Ginebra to Kia. You know, sa dami ng mga player na ginagamit ng Kia, it's really difficult to create the kind of chemistry you need to play defense. Kaya nga na last place sila sa defense because the teamwork in offense is easy. Teamwork in defense, that's hard.
That's a different thing altogether. As that free throw was brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before. Kailangan tulungan yun eh. Diba? Coordination and sensing the problem areas, cover for each other.
Now this unit on the floor here for Barangay Ginebra.
Si Sol Mercado, pinakamatanda.
Oh, here's Jet Manuel.
Just short. Boy, I wonder how many butterflies are circling in his tummy right now.
Oh, especially yung kalaban niya, si Ronald Tubig, who just backed the shot. At a three-pointer galing kay Tubig.
Who has 10 points and was begging for another point via a foul. Here's Manuel driving hard. He issues it to Aguilar. From the 15-foot line, yes.
And Prince Chaparral showing that he's got the goods to fit in the Barangay Ginebra system. Yung medium range shot, that's a very valuable quality shot sa sistema ni Coach Tincon.
Oh, finally. Escoto gets a field goal. He has 4 points. The first 2 points coming from the free throw line. That's his first field goal. Whoops! Sandali, saan ka pupunta?
Action Jackson almost getting a steal. Good deflection to break up the play.
Muntik na niya sagasan si Hazel. Pacheta. Taga PBA, matagal na rin natin kasama yan.
Dylan Ababu checking in.
Oh, first time for Dylan.
For the first time, yes.
Si Dylan, umikot na rin yan eh, no? Dami na rin napuntahang team yan. Nakapaglaro pa yun sa Ginebra.
Si Dylan, yes.
This young team performing for their multi-title coach. Si Aguilar, walang pakialam, no? Paglibre, tira! Go! Bakit?
Sinasabi ni Raymond Aguilar, yung kamay tanong kalaban niya, nasa mukha niya.
Kaya all new na shoot eh. Aguilar has already pocketed ilang points na siya? 6 or 8
Si Raymond
points.
na 6 points.
6 points. Mostly from close range. Ababo looking at the timepiece. Starts his drive. Is fouled by Manuel.
Number 23,
Coach Tim Con looking very patiently at his players on the floor. I don't think he's going to make any sub changes at the moment kasi tinatesting niya yung chemistry nitong
Mga bata.
players. So, this is almost like a third unit on the floor
Good
para sa
point.
Barangay Ginebra.
Because, you know, you never know where the injuries might harm you. We have a jump ball. That is the right call. Tim Cone reminding the players of who's guarding who. Walang kalaban si Caperal doon sa pagkuha ng possession doon. Mercado. Scott, bata-bata nito mga ito. Nakakatawa, no? Put together in the biggest stage of their careers.
Oh, look at that. Nice steal.
Kamson
2-on-1.
leading to the trailer. Kamson slipping, regaining, and may kasama pang foul.
for Eric Kamson. Foul number 2, Jet Manuel.
You know, the dilemma also for Kia, si Coach Ricky Dandan, I don't think he gives his players enough minutes to be able to generate a groove. Palit na player eh. Kanya nahihirapan din yung mga player to be able to get their stride.
I understand, di ba dati meron silang philosophy na everybody should play?
Yes.
Di ba yung culture
Oo.
nila, no?
At dapat naman, you know, it's a good system when you give every player equal opportunity to shine. Yun nga lang, minsan,
As we check out the CEO, brought to you by United Auctioneers Incorporated, the biggest auction company in the Philippines, ISO certified sa bidding ikaw ang bida.
take for instance si Mark Yee, he played only spot minutes.
Jumper from the 15-foot line, circles out, and in the ensuing rebound play, loose ball foul underneath. Jimmy Mariano, the referee.
This will foul number 71, Normal Tubig. His third,
Tubig with the foul.
For the issue.
Namatay pala recently dito si Jake Rojas, ano?
Yes.
Na magaling na player nung two-time Olympian din.
Condolences to the family of Jake Roasa. Certainly one of the legends of Philippine basketball.
Absolutely.
From Cebu. And Jet Manuel scoring his first field goal in the PBA.
Yes, and the rookie knocks it down to make it 86-61. Already with an assist, some fouls, and some playing time. That's all you want to fulfill your dreams in time. Kamson was developed into be an outside shooter, sends it to Tubig, who drills in the three.
That's 3 3-pointers now for Tubit.
Ang gusto mo kay Tubig siyang energizer kahit anong team puntahan yan. Here's Taha. Aguilar. Ayaw. Rebound is loose. They're fighting for it, and there's a whistle that holds the play.
Foul number 71, Normal Tubig.
Ito yung pasa kay Manuel. On the baseline, Manuel knocking it down. And that'll send us into a timeout.
Ayan na naman, nasa saig na naman ang ating mga paborito manlalaro. Hernandez takes it to the cup. Chico down the middle, stopping on a dime. Bello ties the game at 72. Bonacer, that's good.
Alam mong it's on para dito sa babyface assassin. They go to the corner. Hugnatan for 3. Sweet shooting. Reyna Hugnatan.
Competition getting extremely getting keener and keener, getting hotter and hotter as the format of the tournament is setting in and position is being battled for. That's the schedule come Friday. Sa Cuneta, as doon tayo magkita-kita sa Biyernes. 86-64. Barangay Ginebra in full control of this match. It's close. perhaps only in the first quarter when it was 25-24. Aguilar looking for a friend, was fouled.
Block shots at both ends. Good defense.
Si Corpus, hindi na iya magbigay ng foul yan.
Tsaka hinabol ng Barangay Ginebra. Oh.
Here's Taha. Peral looking inside. Needs to pass off. He does. The brush away. Top of the keyhole. The release. Yes!
Caparal and Raymond Aguilar now with 6 points apiece.
Uy, sabi ni Tim Con, I have more big men who can shoot from the outside.
Sabi siguro ni Ricky Dantan, why did we let go of that guy nga? Prince Caparal was waived by Kian and picked up by Barangay Ginebra. Here we go.
Here's Manuel. Soars, ends up short. There's the follow-up by Ta.
And again, no move from Coach Tim Con to replace any of the players on the floor.
He's going to get their feet, not just their feet wet, but everything else as Ababu makes that curl towards the basket.
And that one, hindi nagustuhan ni Coach Tim Con.
Hindi,
That was wide open.
Si Tim pagka hindi gumalaw yan, asar yan.
That was an uncontested shot para kay Dylan Ababu.
Alam mo, kahit na tambak na ang kalaban, lamang.
Nako, now they're playing sloppy.
Ayan
Magpapalit na yan. Magpapalit na tao si Coach Tim Con. Medyo napapagod na din.
Oo naman,
Sa lima niya, sa loob ng court.
Alam mo, madali sabihin, we should expect to be called anytime siguro. They didn't expect to be playing this long, di ba? Ayun, kinakausap niyo yung mga assistant. Ito, trabaho niyo bukas. Richard Del Rosario, Olsen Racela, sino pa ba nandyan? Ito, trabaho niyo bukas. Yung mga bata, ayusin natin itong laro nila.
Turnover here against Kia.
They want to keep at least one veteran on the floor.
It looks like there will be a change now in the lineup for Barangay Ginebra. It's John Wilson who's checking in.
Yeah, the shooter. That shot does not work. One ball game actually for Barangay Ginebra. Corpus tried that attempt. Not foul shot.
The way Jackson Corpus is playing, you wonder how he was missed in the draft.
May listahan ka ng mga hindi na-draft. And he's in that list.
That's right. And Royer Cabrera, Marquis, two other undrafted players in the Kia lineup. Kanina nababanggit natin. Jonathan Loan and Lex, hindi na na-draft. Chico Lanete of San Miguel Beer.
That's loose. It's a kick. It'll stay there. (90-66) is the count. I heard a timeout. Ginebra wanting a timeout. We'll be right back.
Hi everyone, this is Gabe Norwood of the Rain or Shine Lasso Painters, inviting everyone out to support not just Rain or Shine, also Magnolia and the PBA Calishao Sports Complex, 5 p.m. on February 10th. And personally touches me. This is where I trace my roots. Excited to meet my family to see where it all started, and hopefully everybody turns out and shows their support. Thank you and God bless.
Sabi ni Gabe Norwood, he will trace his roots going to Calashao. Okay.
I think he has relatives also from Camiling, Tarlac.
Si Mr. Bobby Rosales at si Coach Jolie pa.
And Mr. Rosales is the PBA governor of Kia.
Ababu, who can normally shoot that from the outside, can't knock it in. Here's Wilson. Caperal lost control. Here's Manuel and company. They're down to 4 seconds of the shot clock. Get to go! It's a three!
That's a three-point shot connection. Plus the foul.
He have begun to request a timeout. Watch it again. He was fouled by Kamson here. Boom! Right there. And it is 93-66 right now.
And welcome to the PBA. Jet Manuel, the second coming of Jeff Chan.
Engineer Jet. In the meantime, again, ito yung sinasabi mong rota ng Kia, no? Na medyo nadadaganan sila ng ibang teams. The only win they scored was against Rain or Shine, as you pointed out earlier.
That's right, another beating in the offing here para sa Kia. And Barangay Ginebra playing with all cylinders here in the fourth quarter.
And
Hindi
even
na
with,
natin nakita sina Japet, sina Greg Slaughter,
they played with the third
Thompson.
team, as you
Wala
mentioned.
na, yes. Coach Tincon giving an opportunity for his third stringers to get some playing time.
Might as well during a real game, ano ha? So Taha, Manuel, Aguilar, Wilson. Wilson's a veteran. Used to be quite a scorer for the JRU. And Manuel with a possible 4-point play. You know, it's safe to say this morning when he woke up, I don't think I'll play today. Rude awakening, huh?
This is the first game ni Jet Manuel in the PBA uniform.
And Jet Manuel already with 6 points. Kubid trying to use the screen of Corpus. The shot is offline. Picked up downstairs. McCarthy lets it fly with time.
Oh, yes.
And he'll make it.
15 now for McCarthy.
Failed to mention that John Gabriel already on the floor wearing number 6 is there for Kia. The jumper. Well, the veterans are gonna rib these rookies in the locker room at the end of this game. Pakain kayo!
And with 3:50 to go, Barangay Ginebra is close to breaking the century mark.
Anong consequence at Team Stanis? We'll of course see that later, you know, but mukhang i-improve ang Ginebra. If I'm not mistaken, to 5. No, they will be at 4-4 after today, while Kia will drop to 1-7. Long ways to go pa para sa Ginebra because of the pace set by Alaska, Ginebra, and Magnolia.
San Miguel also up there
Yeah,
in the standings.
actually at the very top. Alaska, of course, winning, and they're healthy after losing their first 2 games, winning 6 straight. Boy, really had a challenge from Global Port last Sunday at Inares. It went into overtime.
What a big improvement sa Global Port.
Yes.
With the return of Coach Pido Horencio, nagbago yung vibe nila. No? Even without Terrence Romeo, na pinapakita ng Global Port.
Boy, this Ginebra bench really being emptied.
Jamanito now checking in para sa Barangay Ginebra.
Harito. Names na makikilala pa lang natin, ano ha?
Jammer Hamito. I remember there was a professional boxer named Johnny Hamito who challenged Eder Joffre at Rizal Coliseum for the World Bantamweight Championship and lost on an 11th round stoppage.
Hindi na nangyayari yan, ano, yung Rizal Memorial yung laban. Sa baseball field, pagpalaking malaki. As Galanza knocking it down from the right flank, first 2 points.
Now I'm thinking whether that fight was at Araneta or Rizal Memorial.
Bigla ka
That was
napaisip.
back in the 1960s. I
6.
think it might have been Rizal Memorial.
Malamang. Malamang. Baka ang decided mo ngayon kung sa loob ng basketball court o no sa baseball field. Malamang sa baseball field yan.
Sa baseball field yun.
That is something they don't do anymore. The kick out. Nag-carve ng room para makadaan si Marky. And we're down to 2:31. Well, don't laugh now, but you know, you might be looking, will recall this game years from now, and you'll see that this was the game where they all came together. I hope you and I are still around by that time.
For Kia, it's really a mountain to climb.
Oh,
para
really
sa
big
kanila.
mountain.
But, you know, with the new coach and the new system being installed by team manager Joe Lipa, there's really nowhere to go but up. You're down in the dumps, you're losing by big margins, but you know, you got a coaching staff that includes Art De La Cruz, who's a defensive specialist. So unti-unti, you can see the pieces will be fitting together. You have to give them a little more time, be patient.
Well, the same thing happened, but not as in the same fashion as Blackwater did. Blackwater has improved tremendously. They're in the thick of the battle for a slot in the next round. And by the way, don't forget Sports Center will follow us once we complete business here in the PBA. A lot of stories happening all around the world of sports. 98-73 is the count here. 2:31 remaining before it becomes official. Ball will stay there. Reggie Dandan is not done coaching. He'll use what looks like a 30-second timeout. Well, hang on, and we're just awaiting the completion of the last 2 minutes and 29. So Ginebra, are they back with all their parts? Not yet. Si Jody Van Skinito, wala pa, no?
That's right, but they started to fill in the pieces. And before anything else, etong panunurin natin, and it's highly anticipated. This is the parting of the undefeated teams sa group natin, Group B, in the FIBA Asia Pacific qualifiers for the 2019 World Cup. Australia, record nila sa first window of qualifying is 2-0. Philippines also 2-0. So battle of the unbeaten teams.
Pero
in Group B.
malaking challenge yan, ano? Para sa
big challenge. Wala sa atin si Calvin Abueva. Wala din sa atin si Raymond Almazan.
Kanina na-injure si Troy Rosario, no?
Troy Rosario, that's right. May also not be available.
Sa floor kanina. We hope that Troy, of course, is all right. Not just because of Gilas, but of course we don't want our players suffering injuries.
Well, there will also be a slot there for the naturalized player. And the choice of Coach Chotres is either Andre Blatch. I think he would be the priority. The other one would be Christian Steinhardiger.
Ang issue yata kay Blatch yung pag-release sa kanya ng Chinese Basketball League, ano? Yung timing.
Yeah, actually, during that time, sa second qualifying window,
pwede naman.
The Chinese league will stop operations to give their national players also time to play during that window. So, na-adjust na nila yung schedule. So, may pagkakataon si Blatch to come to the Philippines, but he's been injured. He's been in and out of the lineup and he hasn't been playing well. But I haven't checked lately kung ano yung mga stats niya. The big question is kung hindi pwede si Blatch, Steinhardiger will be released by Hong Kong out of the APL to play for the Philippines. That's also a question mark.
Abangan natin in the next couple of days. Samantala, this young crew of new Ginebra players trying to clean up, finish it all. Manuel!
Oh, what a shot. This guy's a shot maker.
Yep. And the engineer knocking in another basket. The last 2 minutes brought to you by Cobra. Sa Cobra Energy Drink. May laban ka.
And this rookie Jet Manuel, in his first appearance in a PBA uniform, already has 8 points across his name.
Bullet pass. Hindi lang nasalo. Tapos tempting eh. Ganda ng leak out sa basket eh. By Amito.
But already with 100 points in this game is Barangay Ginebra.
It's safely ahead by 25. He has 4 points. Does not really pocketed it from outside. The shot doesn't work. Ang blessing nito na ilaro si Greg Slaughter na ipahinga rin.
Yes.
Diba?
At nababad siya at the time when he was playing. Ganon din si Scotty Thompson, whom I thought was the workhorse and the man who made things happen for Barangay Ginebra.
Boy, some promise being showed by Jet Manuel. Huh? Could get some playing time. He's a scorer. Saka sa triangle, babalik ang bola sa'yo at a certain point. Eh. Samantala.
And the nice thing about it is that hindi minadali ni Coach Tim Cone
Yung pagpasok
ni Jet Manuel. He had him sit the entire conference up to this game. Parang hinintay niya for the right time.
At saka, alam mo naman sa practice, binubugbog din niya yung mga yan eh.
Oo. And Hamito scoring the free throw.
Tutuwa ang tao sa kanya. Pero siya, seryoso. Alam mo, may bonding yung mga rookies. Magsasama-sama yan. I'm sure sila yung binubugbog ng starting lineup eh. Ito si Wilson. Ginugulo. Ito si Manuel. Manuel. Attacks. Misses.
That was a wide open layup para kay Jet Manuel. He would have broken into double figures in his first PBA game.
Oh, man. Now that you mention it.
Napalakas yung tira niya. It was wide open.
Kinreate niya yung tira na yan. Less than 25 seconds to go before we are complete as far as the business is concerned. So is Ginebra back, Kinito?
Well, too early to say. I think the signs are clear that si Greg Slaughter and Japet Aguilar, when they are in condition and they play together, parang Ginebra will be tough to beat. Tapos kung bumalik na si Joe Devans, kausap natin kanina, sabi niya, he may try to play on Sunday against TNT. So depende yan, no? Kung anong situation ni JDV. But definitely, kailangan ng Barangay Ginebra si JDV just to be able to get back consistently on the winning track.
Tim Cone telling his players no more shooting. This is a done deal. Wilson tempted, but time to follow your coach. That'll do it. Final score, 103-77. The rookies have a chance to play, and the veterans got to play as well. Big win by Barangay Ginebra. And let's check on the power move of the game. It's power move of the game, or the quarter that is, brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. Tunay na lakas. And that's our final count, 103-77. Kinito, sino ang best player na?
Well, napili natin yung workhorse ng Barangay Ginebra. Someone who played consistently throughout 3 quarters hanggat hindi na siya nalaro ni Coach Tim Cone sa 4th period. Si Scotty Thompson coming close to a triple-double in this game with 12, 14, and 7. At siya pinili natin as best player of this game.
And let's take a look at that. And we're trying to set up the interview. Actually, is it ready? Okay, let's go to Denise Tan.
Guys, kasama ko nga ngayon, best player of the game natin. 12 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, Scotty Thompson. Gusto ko malaman, where does your mind go in these kinds of games na kailangan mo talagang mag-step up and, you know, be the leader of the team?
First of all, nagpapasalamat kami kay God sa panalo na binigay na sa amin ngayon. So, yun lang, sabi ni Coach Tim talagang dito na start yung playoff mentality namin kasi kailangan this game nakafocus na kami. So, yun nga, playoff game na to para sa amin.
Alam mo, kanina nakausap ko si Joe at sabi niya, Ginebra is a never say die team. And each and every time na nagsusunod-sunod yung pagkatalo nyo, dun kayo biglang nagigising. Tingin mo ba ito na yung talagang panahon kung kailan magkakaroon naman ng winning streak ang Ginebra?
We hope so kasi yun nga, I think this is the best time na mapakita namin yung never say die spirit ng Ginebra. So, sana magtuloy-tuloy at makuha namin ang playoffs.
Scotty, baka may gusto kang batian o pasalamatan?
Binabati ko lahat ng mga pamilya ko sa Digo City, Davao del Sur, lolo ko, sa mga tita ko, tito ko, sa mga taga Emily Home, sa Division, mga tropa ko dyan, tsaka sa girlfriend ko, sa mama ko, sa papa ko, andyan ngayon nanonood. Sa mga kapatid ko, kay Boss Ariel, Pound for Pound Fitness, Kit Picasso, lahat, RJ Community, so kay Boss RSA, kasama kay Boss Al. So maraming salamat.
Thank you very much and again, congratulations. Scotty Thompson, everybody, gentlemen.
Thanks, Denise Tan, and our best player of the game, nearly a triple-double. If he had played more minutes, siguro baka nakuha. Pero that's for another day. Anong sitwasyon natin, Kinito?
Well, umangat na ang Barangay Ginebra sa 4-4, but TNT is also has the same record. Kanya maganda yung laban sa linggo, ha?
Exactly.
Barangay Ginebra versus TNT. One of those teams will break out of that logjam. Phoenix is also up at 4-4 because tinalo nila yung TNT kanina.
Yung Magnolia Rain or Shine sa Kalasyaw, magiging mahalaga rin sa buhay ng team niya. Ito na, bansagan natin yung laro na ito, Desperation Days, kasi may struggle yung dalawang kupunan. And it was close and tight, in fact, in the first quarter.
Once si Greg Slaughter, siya nagpasimula dito sa malaking atake ng Barangay Ginebra. He had 10 points in the first period, setting the tone. And Barangay Ginebra really going full throttle in offense, realizing that kulang na kulang sa defensive technique ang Kia.
At sa second quarter, medyo nagsimula na yung pagtuglas at paghiwalay ng Ginebra.
Well, Ginebra showing that not only can they play good offense, but also terrific defense because Ginebra held Kia to only 10 points in the entire second quarter.
And then on the ensuing quarter, in the third, they stepped on the gas pedal and it was almost over by then.
Well, in the third period, tumira 3-pointers. No? Ang Barangay Ginebra, 2 coming from Eloy Tenorio, 1 coming from Kevin Ferrer. A lot of players contributing in offense here for Barangay Ginebra, and they were enjoying themselves. So much so that at the end of that quarter, they were ahead by, that's it, 26 points.
And in the fourth quarter, there was an opportunity to use the new young players of Barangay Ginebra, and they delivered.
That's right. A lot of the third stringers in Coach Tim Cohn getting a lot of playing time. And since Jeff Manuel was able to deliver 8 points all in the fourth period, including that big 4-point play, hitting the shot from beyond the arc. And Jet Manuel, what a splendid performance in his first performance in the PBA.
And here are the numbers from that game. And you had said that gamitin ang laki, gamitin ang lakas si LA. Hindi rin naman nila napagod masyado, but look at the numbers.
Well, your points in the paint, very glaring. No?
Yeah.
That was plus 32 for Barangay Ginebra because they really used their size to good advantage. But it's a field goal percentage. Ang ganda ng pinakita nila, close to 50%, while holding Kia down to 34%.
Okay, thank you. In behalf of the Dean, Kinito Henson, and Denise Tan, this is Seb Sarmenta saying thank you for joining us here inside the Mall of Asia Arena. And join us for the remainder of the week. The game's getting more and more important down the road. This is your PBA. Stay tuned, of course, for Sports Center Philippines.